Hello one and all, and welcome back to Aston Villa with me, John, aka Old Man Sudor. We are back again with Football Manager 2020, and it's the start of Season 3. I know I was meant to be doing an end of season review for this episode, but it was rubbish, so I fast forwarded. Right, we're going to get into it because there's quite a lot of stuff to talk about and go through in the game and all that sort of stuff. And we've got the Champions League draw at the end of the video because it's after the game we're going to play today. But as you can see, we've had some ins and outs, as you would at the beginning of a season. Got £17 million out. Tom Heaton for 450k. He was getting on a bit. Pascal Cope went for potentially 7.75 million. So we've pretty much doubled our money there for what we paid for him, if I remember rightly. I think it was like 3.6 or something like that. 3.2. So yeah, we've doubled our money, which overall I think is a good bit of business for us there. Loads of loanees. Matthew Targett went. I like Matthew Targett. I think he's a great player. I think we've brought better in. I think we have. We'll have a little look in a minute and see. But I do think we brought better in. I don't think Matthew Targett was a bad player. I think he did really well for us overall. I think, he played a pivotal part in last season for us. But yeah, we've got better in. With Champions League, I felt we needed to get better in as well as I go too far forward. And apart from that, just another low loanies. Gildas and Jed Steer are probably the only two real sort of biggish names. Callum O'Hare as well, I guess, in some sense, to have been loaned out. Really, we just didn't have room for them in our squad and they weren't going to get games, so it was better to loan them out or try and sell them if we could. So that's the outs. The ins I'm really happy about. I've brought 4 players in. The one on the free is not me. That was my youth guy bringing someone in. So the first one we got in was Javi Montero. A name I think most people recognise, or especially if you play Football Manager, I think a lot of people recognise him. 22 years old, good central defender. Should help really, cover that position. We've got about 3 or 4 really good players who can cover that position now. Might end up getting rid of one player. I'm not sure which one yet, Koza or Hors. One of them two anyway will probably go. But this guy I think could become a really special central defender, with Mings and Engels, and that I think he could be really good. Maybe even with Toes in the future. I think that would be really, really good. So overall, really happy with him. We got him for 10 million quid. He's already worth 23 million. Even if we get rid of him in a season or two and we make double our money or something like that, it's not a bad bit of business if you ask me. Next one was Jamal Lewis. This is my replacement for Matthew Targett. Cost us a little bit more money than I would have liked, at 24 million I think it was. But I think overall he is a better player. I think he's got better physicals. I think he's a little bit better on technical and mental as well. In fact, we'll do a comparison with him and let's just see. It's difficult to say actually. Targett might have been. I mean, I can't really tell. It's very difficult. I mean, the greens are. You see, the greens here are Lewis, and the blue is Targett. So I think overall, yeah, I think I'm right. I think Targett is a good player, definitely, but I think overall, Lewis is a little bit more physical, got a bit more speed and about him. But apart from that, they're very similar. Maybe not as good in the air, but he's a little bit younger. He can work on that sort of stuff. And overall, so I think not a bad bit of business. Maybe we could have kept Targett. Maybe not. Maybe that's the one place I might have messed up a little bit. Who knows? Fabio Silva. I'm really excited about this guy. 19 years old. If a wonder kid, go and look at him. He's about 50. He's about 17, 16 when you first start. I think this guy could be something extremely special. 19-year-old, loads of potential, bags of potential. Look at his out of 15, 14, 15. His technicals are great for his age, but not bad physicals or mentals as 12. He's got really good work rate, really good determination, composure. This guy really could become something very special if you train him and give him right. I'm hoping by the time he's 23, 24, he'll be the star striker for us, really. And so, yeah. I'm really happy, and for the price that we got this guy at £6 million, it was just a no-brainer. We sell him. We could, if he goes as good as I think he will, we could probably get 10 times our money in. When he's at the peak of his career, sell him off for 60, 70 million, something like that. I just think that he's an absolute bargain at the moment. So definitely, if you're starting a new save, look out for that player, because I think he's one that if you can pick up, yeah, you'll have a really good time with him. The last person we got was a little bit of nostalgia in some ways with his dad. It's Justin Kluivert. If you don't know who his dad is Patrick Kluivert, one of the greatest footballers from Holland ever, especially in the 90s. The guy won absolutely everything apart from probably the World Cup, I think it might have been. But yeah, obviously Patrick Kluivert, absolute legend of the sport. This is his son, got him from Roma for £20 million. I think he's really good out on the right hand side. We've got Trezeguet on the left, him on the right, Grealish in the middle. Yeah, there's not much else to say. You know, he's got good dribbling, he's quick, he's powerful. I think this guy is something really, really good. And, you know, again, yes, it cost us a lot of money, but I think this guy could be worth 40-50 million quite easily very, very soon, especially if we have a good showing in like the Champions League. So I like him. I think he's really good. Like I said, he's a little bit of nostalgia with his dad, Patrick Kluivert, who, like I said, is just an absolute star. I mean, if you go look at Patrick Kluivert, I think he might have even played in England for a little while. I think he might have been like Newcastle. He was there for like a season or two. But we go, obviously started at Ajax, Milan, Barcelona. Then he went, Newcastle, Valencia, where he did a couple of journeyman sort of journeyman moves. But obviously he's known for the Ajax, Milan and Barcelona, where Milan, I think he won the Champions League and the league. Barcelona, I'm pretty sure he won Champions League and the league as well. Like I said, Newcastle, back in there, I think Newcastle weren't a bad side, 2004-ish. They weren't a bad side at all. Went around as a player for a little bit, and then obviously now has moved into being the Barcelona technical director after being head of youth for a season. And I think he's probably going to be doing well, that's actually in game, isn't it? So overall, I just think he's like I said, a really good player. So yeah, Justin Kluivert, I think he's going to be a good star as well. That's the signings we made. We also do remember, if I go back a season, you like Amorgom, whatever his name is, we've got him now, and Tozin Arabiola, whatever his name is, who was on loan, we brought. So we've got some other players who've came in. There's one or two other players I do want to quickly talk about as well. So if I go to, are we in positions? Let's go, yeah, we are in positions. Jamie Seal, I think this guy could be a really special goalkeeper. I think he could be a fantastic, he's only 20 years old. Give him a couple more seasons and this guy could be a really good goalkeeper. New Zealand, comes through the Villa youth, and I just think he could be absolutely fantastic. As you can see, these stats are all going up. Maybe needs to work on a couple more. 2-star at the moment, got a chance for 3.5, maybe 4 stars. I think this guy could be a really good goalkeeper. So we're going to give him, he's going to be like our sub goalkeeper. He probably won't play many games, but I think with his age, give him that first team experience and see what he does. The other player that we are going to do exactly the same in is Jacob Ramsey, 20 years old, 2 stars again, got the potential to skyrocket. Young English attacking midfielder or shadow striker, whatever you want to call. Got great finishing, long shots as well, passing's not bad, and he's, like I said, he's young, so these are all going to go. His physicals are actually pretty good. Could do a bit more maybe on the jumping there, but overall I think this guy's great. He's got good work rate again. Determination needs to go up a little bit, but he's got good composure. He's got, like I said, the work rate is probably the big one. And overall, yeah, again, he's quite quick. He's quite powerful. I think this guy should do absolutely fantastic. Again, in a couple of years' time, I think he could be a really special player for us. Right, apart from that, guys, there is a few other things. We have played 2 games. I decided to play these 2 games because we've got Wolves, who are obviously our derby game, and then we had the Champions League draw after the Wolves game. So I thought, let's go and play these first 2 games. And as you can see, we did fantastic. We beat Leicester 2-0, absolutely brilliantly. Trezeguet and Mings getting the goals for us there. And then we played Cardiff, who we beat 3-0. Kluivert, Grealish and Louise getting the goals there. And I will point out, James Breeze has been an absolute star. He's had 2 player of the... Ow, I hit my hand on my keyboard. He's had 2 player of the match performances. He's been absolutely brilliant. As you can see, 8.45 in 2 games average. Guy's just been fantastic the last 2 games. So we've had to play him because Gilbert's suspended. Phillips, McGinn are just coming back from injury. Got a couple more weeks out, both of them. And Israel's injured, and Fiabio is injured as well. So unfortunately, we've got a couple of injuries, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of defenders. We could even go 3 at the back, I guess, if we really, really wanted to. And I might do that. depending on how the season goes, because I think we've got the cover for it. We've got quite a lot of central defenders. I've definitely got to get rid of one, and I think it might be Courtney. Unfortunately, he's probably going to be him. I think looking at it, the rest of them have got potential to be something a little bit more. He probably hasn't, so we'll maybe get rid of him in January. I'm not sure yet. Apart from that, competition-wise, we are looking good in the Premier League. As you can see, 2 wins, 5 goals, none conceded, 6 points. Southampton have won all 3 of their games. Everyone else has either won or drawn one. Yeah, so not doing too bad. We'll get through to the game because we've got the Champions League draw afterwards, and this episode is going to go on forever otherwise. So I do apologise. It's going to be a bit of a long episode, but it's because we've got all the signings and that to talk about. It does take a little while longer. Right. So, because we've got all the injuries, we are actually going to drop down into this sort of formation. Just have Nakamba there in the sort of defensive midfield role. Grealish dropping back down just because of the injuries we've got. I'm a bit worried that we ain't as strong in the middle, so I wanted Grealish back here. Douglas Luiz is pretty decent as well, and it just stables us a little bit more. Still pretty much keeping exactly the same mentalities and everything like that, just dropping one player back a little bit just to help give us that little bit of cover. Right, let's see how we get on. It's going to be a hard game. Wolves are never an easy game. Had a terrible season last season in the game, finished like 16th, 17th, so this one obviously means a lot to us to win it as a derby, but it's not going to be an easy game. They are a good side. Right, what can we say? Go out and give these fans, it's not gone down fantastic. We'll give them a passionate talk quickly, try and get everyone motivated and up for the game, and let's see how we get on. Team not really much different. Kluivert out on the right is probably about the only difference to the game or to the team that you've ever really seen at the moment. Oh, Lewis on the left defence as well, so you've got Lewis down there, Kluivert there. Apart from that though, I think you all know the other players, so I'm not sure how this game's going to go. Like I said, with those injuries, I think if we had the likes of McGinn and Phillips there, I think we'd be a lot stronger and things would be a lot easier for us, but we've got the attacking power, so maybe we should be okay. We shouldn't worry too much. As Trezeguet now comes forward, bombs forward, and then takes a shot that's just wide, and that was the first highlight after 10 minutes. We've got maybe a chance here. It was Nakamba now to Lewis, who puts it in to Kluivert, who really should have put it away. He had enough room, but it was a good save by the keeper, and it's another corner to us. Grealish now puts the ball in. They do clear it, but it's only going to go as far as Nakamba. Nakamba now, what's he going to do? Gives it to Engels, back to Nakamba, to Konza, to Engels, to Douglas Luiz, to Engels. Bree with the ball, tries to get out to Kluivert and can't quite find him. Bree's going to collect this and should really just plays it safely back to the keeper, who gives it to Konza. Now Konza coming forward, puts it out wide to Lewis, who's got a bit of room, takes it down the line. He's trying to get past his player, getting all the way. He's got a lot further than I thought he was going to, and he gets the throw in. We're looking alright at the moment. We've started pretty nicely. We could just do with a little bit more, I feel. Try and get that early goal, settle ourselves, and maybe then we can look to hold the game, and as long as we get the 3 points, who cares? As we put it in there and it goes in, Konza with the goal. It was back to a free kick to the back post, headed right across the goal, and then Konza reached up above everyone else. I'm not sure who got the header though. I think it might have been Grealish, or it might have been Alonso for Wolves who got it. I'm not quite sure, but Konza got the last goal, put it into the back of the net. We go 1-0 up. Absolutely fantastic. I was waiting for VAR, something like that, because the VAR decisions in this game are as almost ridiculous as in real life at the moment, honestly. As we become quite anxious for a second there, but overall we're playing pretty well. But it's a free kick now to Wolves as they come forward, and they get a little bit of room, and that's a ambitious shot, shall we say, as it's us with a throw in now, as Nakamba with the ball now gets tackled. He took too long in it, and Wolves might have a chance to break here. They try and switch it. We do get it. Lewis is going to collect it now. Gets it all the way to byline, takes it down there and gives it to Grealish. Grealish then launches it up to Trezeguet, who takes it nicely, and Trezeguet tries to cut in. Gets tackled, but we do collect the ball again. Douglas Luiz, can he find Kluivert? He can, who uses his power and speed. Gets it crossing, but it's not really to anyone. But Bree comes in, takes the shot. Grealish with the rebound, and then fires it in, and we are now 2-0 up. Get in there. Is VAR going to mess around with us again? No, it's not. Good. And That's a good goal for us. That's a really good goal, actually, because it just gives us that little bit of breathing room. It wasn't a good goal in technique and passing and all that sort of stuff, just in the fact that we're now 2-0 up. It means it was a good goal. Right. Yeah, I mean, I've been going on about VAR, but you guys haven't seen anything to do with VAR yet. I see it all in the other games, so hopefully I won't be like just sort of banging on about VAR for no reason. You'll actually maybe see something. Right, Lewis now with the ball. What's he going to do here? Gives it to Grealish. Grealish gives it to Trezeguet. Trezeguet knocks it to Lewis, who gives it to Grealish. We've got making a bit of room with these passes. Grealish now got a little bit of room, comes forward, tries to find Kluivert, and it gets cut out though, and it's actually a chance maybe for Wolves to come forward as they look to counter, but good tackle there, Grealish, and now he gives it to Kluivert, and Kluivert can use his speed and power, gets past one player, no he doesn't, he gets tackled, and so this is what I mean, this is actually in our favour, the VAR, but the VAR like comes back and it's no penalty. I've had so many of them in this season so far in the last 2 games. That's what I was trying to talk about to you guys. Or it goes in the goal and it's a VAR check and it's a no goal. I've had quite a lot of them. It's almost like they're taking it from the FA as we go close there with the free kick. Coming in to half time, things are looking pretty good for us at the moment. People are playing reasonably well. We're in a good position. Dendonker's having a stinker. I almost brought Dendonker as well. It's Grealish now with the corner, puts it in, it's going to get out, and Konsa's going to get it back to Grealish. Grealish now comes in, takes it past one player to Kluivert. Kluivert takes a shot. I don't know why Grealish just didn't really go for it himself, but it goes into half time. We are 2-0 up. Things are looking pretty good for us there. As it's not 2-0 up. I don't know what happened there. Why do I think it was half time? Nakamba now gives it to Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz back to Nakamba to Luiz. Gets it out towards Edouard. Edouard now gives it back to Lewis. Lewis puts it in to Grealish. Grealish with his second goal. Get in there. I don't know what happened. I thought it was half time, but we got the third goal. We are all over them at the moment. Things are looking good. I want this good form to continue as well for when we get into the Champions League, because we're going to be one of the bottom seeds because we haven't been in Europe for donkey's years and that sort of stuff. So I know we're going to get, a Bayern Munich or a Barcelona or someone like that. Move up to first position with this as well if we can keep this 3-goal lead. As Trezeguet comes forward now, gets it to Kluivert. It's a fantastic part. Kluivert 1-on-1, straight at the keeper though, and they clear the ball. And now it's going to be half time, as I was getting a little bit ahead of myself. What can we say apart from team talk? I'm very happy with keep it up, lads. That's all we can say. 1 or 2 players are starting to look a little bit complacent. We need to be a bit careful of that. But overall, we're doing absolutely fantastic, and we'll carry on with the second half. As Douglas Luiz now gives it to Kluivert. Kluivert again using his speed and power, gets cast off you. He's got a chance for this 1-on-1, and that was a terrible, terrible effort. I mean, it almost went out to the corner flag. It was harder to miss the target than it was to actually hit the target, mate. 50 minutes gone and we are looking good still. Not much really happening all of a sudden. It's gone down, it's gone a bit quiet, but overall we've had 2 clear-cut chances. I think we've probably scored those 2. We're having good possession, and yeah, we've had more shots. Passing looks like it's been a little bit better. Tackles 1 we've been higher up on. Headers 1 we're not as high up on. Maybe Wolves are a little bit stronger in the air. So we're going to come to 60 minutes. We'll give it a shout, demand a little bit more. We're going to make a few substitutions soon, just looking at some tired legs, that sort of stuff. As Wolves have a free kick, they pull it in, and it was very, very close. It actually went out for a corner in the end. I thought it would hit the side net, but it wasn't. It was a corner. As Wolves now with the corner, put the ball in, get it to Ake, who can't actually get it low enough, and it goes over. And that's the end of the highlight. 63, 64 minutes gone. 1 or 2 players maybe we could look to, as Matt Doherty has picked up an injury for Wolves. Bree now to Douglas Luiz, who gives it back to Engels. Engels, what's he going to do here? Gives it to Nakamba. We're playing it around nicely. Douglas Luiz releases Bree, who's got a chance, gives it to Kluivert. Kluivert now with a chance possibly, as it's going around, and Grealish with the hat-trick. It trickles in. I mean, it was a bit of a pinging around the box there. Wolves didn't clear it. It fell to Grealish. Grealish almost messed it up. It just bobbled over the line, didn't it? Kluivert here, I mean, they tried to clear it. Edouard then just lays it off to Grealish, and it was so close to the post that it just trickled in under the keeper. I think the keeper might have even managed to get a hand to it and couldn't quite keep it. We go 4-0 up. Everything is looking absolutely rosy for us. Grealish on a hat-trick and a 9.6 for him. Cons are playing really well as well on an 8.6. I didn't mean to put him in. That was actually a mistake putting him in. Nakamba's looking a little bit tired, so we're going to just bring on... Have we got anyone we can bring on? We're going to bring on Lewis Ferguson and then just drop Douglas Luiz back there. Kluivert as well. I'm just going to bring him off and bring El Ghazi on. And apart from that, we'll leave everything else as it is. We maybe make one more change very close to the end. But with 15 minutes left to go, 4-0 up. Things are looking pretty and rosy for us at the moment. It's Wolves maybe tried to get forward here, but Trezeguet gets the ball. Can he clear it? He does. And El Ghazi might get there. He almost did. As now Lewis with the ball gets it out to Grealish. Grealish maybe going for his 4th goal. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He took a low hard shot, but the keeper stood his ground and managed to get it out for a corner. It's now a corner. Grealish is going to take it. He puts it in. It's cleared at the near post, and actually Wolves might counter here as Neto comes flying forward. It's a great tackle there by Ferguson as he tries to ride it. That might have been a bit hard there. It might have been a free kick to Wolves. 79 minutes gone. Let's make one more change. Where can we change just to maybe help out things a little bit? Looking at the team, you know what, Tozin, you can come on. We'll give Konza a chance to celebrate by himself with 10 minutes left to go as we bring on the new guy. And well, I say new, I mean obviously we did buy him last season, but he's new. He's not really played in this team till now. As 85 minutes gone, still looking like the best team. It's been, possession wise, it's been pretty even, it looks like. But I think overall we have been the better side, and with minutes left to go, surely there is no way for Wolves to come back now, as we've got maybe one more chance to get a 5th goal here. Grealish with the ball is running down to the line, tries to find Trezeguet, can't, and somehow he gets the rebound. Grealish now to Trezeguet. Trezeguet gives it back to Grealish. Grealish with the shot, just puts it wide, can't find his 4th, and with a minute left to go, surely there's not time for much else, as Tozin with the ball, I can't say his last name so I call him Tozin because that's his first name, with a poor pass really, and now it might be, surely that is offside, surely that has got to be offside. No, that wasn't offside, that looked like it was a mile offside. Right, okay, literally 30-40 seconds left. We do clear the ball there, and it's going to be another throw in to Wolves. They look like they haven't given up really, don't they? They're sort of walking around, they're not really attacking the ball. Surely it's just a matter of time. Lingard then, they've got Lingard, oh my god, why would you buy Lingard? As they clear the ball out wide to the left, they switch to play. We do close down quite nicely though. They're just playing it around. Alonso with the ball, Marcus Alonso is with the ball, puts it in, and we get the ball there, and that's the end of it. We win it 4-0, comfortable, happy, good. Johnny Metgod, I forgot to mention, John Terry went off to manage Southend or someone like that, so Johnny Metgod's our new assistant manager. I'll quickly show you in a minute. Passionately, what can we say? I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Continue. Yeah, there was one or two little staff movements as well, which I forgot to mention to you. Grealish sends Aston Villa top. Disappointed at humbling defeat. That guy, Tozin, makes his... Tozin, is it? Tozin makes his debut. Grealish and press conference, which I'll do in a minute. We'll quickly have a look at the competition. Like I said, top of the league. All played 3 games. It means absolutely nothing because there's still so much to play. Right, I'm going to quickly jump forward a couple of days to the Champions League draw. As you can see, it's just there. I will jump forward to those days and we'll see who we get, and then we'll end the episode, guys, so stay with us for a few more seconds. Right, guys, so you get 2 draws for the price of 1, it looks like, because I forgot about the Carabao Cup or EFL Cup, whatever you want to do. So we'll quickly do this draw and then we'll move on to the Champions League draw. So let's just draw all teams here. We get Wigan in the next round. Should be a team we can beat, hopefully. Won't be an easy game, but it should be a game we win quite easily. Let's quickly continue because it should only be 1 or 2. Hurahan left out of the island. Kluivert left out of Holland. Why? They're so good. it won't be long before Kluivert is playing for Holland regularly, I would imagine. Champions League draw. Right, as I said, we are not. I looked at the seeds earlier in the competition bit, but I know we weren't seeded. We were there with Celtic and everything like that. Obviously, can't play other British teams or English teams. So, likes of Liverpool, Man City. Actually, I'll show you Man City's bit in a minute. But yeah, we won't play against them in the group stages. As you probably know, we've got Barcelona, Liverpool, Porto, Napoli, Inter, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City and Bayern Munich. So we definitely can't be in Group B or Group G at the moment. So it's Barcelona, Shakhtar, Benfica, Manchester United and Porto, Lyon with Napoli, Atletico Madrid and Inter, Paris Saint-Germain and Ajax, Man City, Juventus, that's a good one. Bayern Munich get Real Madrid. At the moment, I don't want Group H. I really don't want Group H. Sporting, Valencia, Copenhagen, Red Bull Salzburg, Bayern Leverkusen, Zenit Petersburg, Schalke and Monaco. All of Group H looks horrible. I don't want to go anywhere near Group H if we can help it. Borussia Mönchengladbach, I can never say their name, get the difficult one of Sporting, Schalke and Barcelona. Sava Prague get Benfica, Valencia and Liverpool. Porto, Man U, Copenhagen and Turin get there. Anderlecht go to Napoli, Lyon and Salzburg. Aston Villa get Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid and Bayern Leverkusen. Not the easiest, but not the worst. He didn't get that Group H. That Group H looks horrible. I don't particularly like Group F either, so I think it wasn't a terrible one. I maybe would have liked to get in Group D. But Bayern, yeah, Atletico Madrid is going to be difficult. Inter, obviously, always a difficult side. We'll finish the draw though quickly. Galatasaray go to Zenit, Ajax and France. And Celtic have Man City, Juventus and Schalke. Poor Celtic. And the last one was Eindhoven get PSV, get Monaco, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. That is such a horrible group there. Right. I quickly said to you I wanted to quickly show you handed tough group. I don't think it's that tough. I think it could be a lot worse overall, but not a bad group. I think we've got a good chance of maybe getting, maybe not winning it, but maybe getting second spot, or at least Europa anyway. Competition wise, I want to quickly show you the Premier League because Man City are doing terrible. They are 17th after 3 games, -5 on the goal difference, lost 2, 1-1. Tottenham aren't doing much better. Leicester doing terrible as well. Just wanted to show you that quickly. Grealish there with 4 goals, doing fantastic. Started the season extremely well for us. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. We are going to come back for, when are we going to come back? I like to play quite a few games. We'll come back maybe for something like the Everton game, around there, Leeds or Everton, something like that will come round for. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Big thank you to everyone because I've hit 280 subscribers. Getting close and close to that 300 by the end of December or beginning next year, which would be fantastic. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, all that sort of jazz. It's been a pleasure as always. I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.